Have you ever considered the possibility that an ordinary journey can suddenly take a turn into the inexplicable? Greetings, listeners. This is Paul from Stories Philippines podcast, here to share with you a hair-raising experience of my own, a night that blurred the lines between reality and the bewildering unknown. For tonight's narrative, you may imagine me as Miguel, a resident of the peaceful town of San Ildefonso. I wish to recount to you an event filled with such unexplainable twists that it shook my very understanding of the world, a night that remains as vivid in my memory as the moment it happened. This story takes us back to a time when I was watching over my 3-year-old nephew, Paulo, while his parents were out of town. An old friend of mine, whom I saw rarely, decided to visit me for a catch-up on life and a trip down memory lane. We reminisced about our college days, which felt like they belonged to another lifetime. As the night drew in and it came time to take my friend back to his aunt's home, my nephew, craving a little adventure, insisted on joining us for the ride. The journey there was straightforward, but the return was anything but. Darkness surrounded us as the suburban streets turned into a maze, leading us to the dead end of a cul-de-sac reflected only by the wall ahead. Suddenly, Paulo's laughter was replaced with tears and screams of fear, his little heart pounding in terror. I tried to soothe him, but his distress only echoed my own rising panic. In haste, I turned the car around, attempting to retrace our steps, but nothing looked familiar. Then, as if conjured from the shadows, 2 massive, forsaken houses stood before us, one directly in our path and its twin across the street, a stark contrast from the empty lots we'd passed just hours before. My heart raced as I tried to escape this bizarre and frightful place, my nephew's cries growing louder. I reached for my phone to find a way out, but technology failed us, the map showing nothing but a spinning circle, searching for a signal that wouldn't come. Time seemed to warp, stretching out impossibly as my watch ticked past 11. After what seemed like an eternity, driving past vacant lots and unnerving silence, we finally found a house with lights on and kind people who agreed to lead us out of this nightmarish maze. Back home, I shared the ordeal with my mother, who was perplexed. She knew the area well. The aunt's house was close and simple to get to. Why had I gotten so lost? Curiosity got the better of me, and I asked Paulo what had scared him so. His words sent shivers down my spine. He described faceless children dressed in white, crowding around our car, their presence chilling even in thought. I later spoke to my friend about the strange houses. He assured me they didn't exist. The lots were empty and awaiting new homes. His words left me puzzled and on edge. As I lay awake that night, I pondered the eerie experience. Was it just an intense nightmare? Or did my fascination with the paranormal finally open a door I couldn't close? Had Paulo seen those ghostly children, or were they the creation of a tired young mind? The only certainty was that our quiet drive had turned into an odyssey through a labyrinth of fear. With that, listeners, always remember that the roads we take can sometimes lead us astray into realms uncharted and unseen. While music and merriment often accompany our travels, it's the silent, shadowy turns that can lead us into the heart of a mystery we might wish we never discovered. Thank you for joining me on this spine-chilling adventure. May your paths always be clear, and may you never find yourself lost within the labyrinthine shadows. Good night, and remain watchful on your nocturnal journeys.